we are back here live at Missouri State University for Isaac Acosta from LFC and Martin Mulkerrins from Ireland in the men's semifinals. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Ashley Moeller and Dave Fink out in the stands for this match. Isaac Acosta, Ashley, is serving here at 2-0. And this place is about ready to erupt already with LFC, Lake Forest College, and all of their co-eds sitting courtside here in the gallery alongside Dave Fink, where there's a ton of energy at Missouri State University.
Set up.
And Mulkerrins has started off completely flat here.
2-0.
Referee is Alfredo Herrera from Pacific.
Hey, Isaac, your back foot. Your back foot. Second serve.
That was a foot fault and a short ball.
Set up.
And there's a side out. Isaac Acosta is the #1 seed.
0 serves 2.
I think Isaac should be very thankful that Martin's missing those quick shots easy so he can try to jump out to a lead. Because yesterday we saw a very strong Martin who can place the ball very low on that front court for kill shots.
Well, it just appears that Martin's a little either nervous or out of sorts. He had a lot of action yesterday on these courts. Almost lost that second game to Jonathan Hingy yesterday evening in a high-impact, energized gallery, and he had to extend himself when he was really tired. Same could be said for Isaac Acosta. That was a short ball, no call from the referee.
Set up.
Isaac Acosta could appeal that serve.
0 serves 3.
I'm not sure if the players do in fact know that they do have line judges for this match, because we haven't seen line judges in any of the other matches so far.
1-3 is the score here.
Point.
Mulkerrins representing the University City of Dublin in Ireland.
2 serves 3. Point.
That ball completely fooled Isaac. He didn't know what to do with that. It's one of the perfect double serves, but here they're playing singles. He just stepped back, Ashley, and kind of ran into the back wall.
Second serve.
I want to thank all of those in Ireland watching and supporting the Collegiate Handball Championships on this broadcast at racefor8.com. This is the 60th United States Handball Association's four-wall collegiate national championships, and a ball that dips into the corner there from Isaac Acosta.
4 serves 3.
There's that power that we've witnessed from Martin Mulkerrins.
I would say Martin is one of the strongest hitters that we've seen so far here in the open draw of the men's division.
I agree with you.
Point.
That's a tough ball right there from Acosta, who was unable to get it down that right wall. Mulkerrins
6 serves 3.
going to that underhand lob here. Actually going over.
Set up. 3 serves 6. Set up. 6 serves 3.
Score here 6-3. A lot of energy here.
Hold up. Hold on. 6-3.
Back into the booth is Dave Fink, who will be sideline reporting for this match. Score is 6-3, and they make that 7-3. Dave, early on it looked like Isaac Acosta had more energy. Now Mulkerrins is neutralizing him here with the serve.
Martin's starting to find his game here. Like you said, Dave, it was a slow start for Martin, but he's coming on extremely strong right now. Isaac is having a hard time getting out of the block, so to speak. It looks like his first step is a little bit slow right now. You heard Isaac yesterday saying that he spent the first semester of this school year in China, didn't have a chance to play handball or really work out, and it's starting to show right now. He's played a number of matches coming in here, both singles and doubles. You certainly had to think that Isaac had the conditioning edge here. That's the strength of his game, but if he's not able to make those gets and extend these rallies, it could be a very short morning for the #1 seed, Isaac Acosta.
There is a timeout being called on the court here. Martin Mulkerrins up 9, Acosta 3. Mulkerrins is representing University City Dublin in Ireland, and LFC's Isaac Acosta, the #1 seed here for the men's semifinals. This is Super Semifinal Saturday at the Collegiate Handball Championships, brought to you by the United States Handball Association, the 60th edition at Missouri State University. We are in Springfield. My name is Dave Vincent. To my left is Ashley Moeller, and Dave Fink will be doing some extended sideline reporting today as he will jump right onto the court, talk to the players and some of the fans from both colleges and those that came out to watch handball today, and give us some analysis as well. Ashley, what is Martin doing here in this second half of the first 12 points, where he was down 3-0, 2-1, and then all of a sudden he's come back. He has a lead now at 9-3.
Well, like I said early on, he skipped a bunch of shots in that yesterday we didn't see him skipping. He's just basically getting in his groove, and he looks very comfortable in there, hitting pass shots to the left and the right, and he's got a nice serve going for him that sets up a good offensive second shot.
The serve is fooling Isaac, who I think is going to get some advice. That's a terrible return, and this is what Martin does. He pushes balls down walls. You can learn a lot from watching these guys play handball. That was a smart return. He had a ball and he had to scrape off the wall. He decided to go with the 2-wall pass. It was so sharp in the back corners. Very smart handball player is Martin Mulkerrins. He's just pounding the ball in there right now.
Yeah, he's running Isaac left to right. He knows exactly where Isaac is and makes sure the ball isn't anywhere near him.
11-3.
That's definitely going to tire out Isaac more quickly than Isaac would like.
It's tiring me out.
The angles on these passes, guys, is absolutely phenomenal. And there's another one, the skinny V from Martin. Unbelievable leverage that he has on the ball right now.
12-3.
Dave Fink is sitting on the third row back on the side left glass if you're at home, off to Martin's left right now. A little congestion right there, but the referee gives it a play over. I thought that he had him pinned. That was more of Isaac getting punished for a bad positioning from Martin.
And that was a full-blown tantrum for Isaac. To look at the referee, that was a terrible call that went against Isaac Acosta.
Now Isaac has a referee against him and some bad luck in there as well. And now we're seeing this one starting to run away. And Dave, you know, it's kind of frustrating when you have every one of your schoolmates sitting here courtside watching and you're down by 10 points. And you're the #1 seed.
Well, don't forget, guys, that Isaac lost yesterday in this round of 8 match badly in game #1. Here in Neary came back and won that match in 3. In fact, 11-0 in the tiebreaker. So Isaac will keep fighting, but right now it just does not look like he has the firepower to compete with this incredibly powerful Irishman.
14-3.
We did see the same thing last night in Martin's quarterfinal game against John Hingy. He jumped out to a huge lead and won the first game very easily, and then came back in the second game and had a very close match and barely made it before a tiebreaker ensued.
That's a good point. Both of these players have been through the same exact thing.
Point.
That's a good point, Ashley. Talking to Martin this morning, he said that he really just had nothing left. He walked off the doubles court right onto the singles court last night, built that 16-1 lead, and then just hung on.
Strange bounce over there on that left side wall up front. Ball hits the ground, checks up. Isaac holding onto the ball just a little too long, I think.
16 serves 3.
This game is a blowout. Remember that Isaac was up 3-0. Now he has been outscored 17-0, Dave Fink.
Well, this has been all Martin Mulkerrins all morning thus far. Isaac looks exhausted. He just can't deal with his power. Martin's stepping into virtually every shot and just powering the ball. I've never seen somebody hit so many crisp pass shots, Dave, deep into the side walls, and these balls are hitting the side wall so low that Isaac really has no play on any of them.
There's a great close-up of Martin Mulkerrins, who's sitting courtside. Of course, Jimmy London is in every single picture that we take here on this live broadcast, finds a way to make it in. This is the 60th United States Handball Association's four-wall collegiate national handball championships alongside perennial top 15 women's pro Ashley Moeller,
20 seconds, guys.
top 10 hardball pro Ashley Moeller, and Dave Fink, who's in the top 6 in the WPH Race for 8 in the sidelines. Of course, Omar Lemus is our camera operator. Director Linda Manning in the satellite van parked at the facility here. My name is Dave Vincent. We appreciate that you have tuned in at racefor8.com.
It's interesting that during this timeout, nobody came over and tried to offer any advice whatsoever to Isaac. He has 20-plus teammates sitting around, plus a coach here, and nobody tried to give him any shine of light to help him get a couple points on the board.
Dave, what do you make of that?
Well, during that interview we had with Isaac yesterday, he said he likes to figure things out on his own. You heard him say that he doesn't like even his coach coming over because at most events the coach isn't there, so he's learned to deal with situations on his own. But I agree, actually, it might have been helpful if one of his teammates come over, but comes out of the timeout with his best shot of the match.
3 serves 17. Short. Second serve.
Right now, serving 3-17, Isaac has a long uphill battle to fight to try to get anywhere closer in this game.
That was one of the best handball shots I've ever seen.
17 serves 3.
Absolutely incredible. Precision power handball.
Score here is 17-3. I'm not sure. That was unavoidable, Dave. You can't run in front of the player right in the middle of their swing, but, you know, I'm not sure that Isaac is controlling any action out here today, and I think he's going to have to do that in order to get some points on the board. Right now, it's all Martin Mulkerrins in a beautiful back wall revolving door kill shot dead center.
Well set up by a terrible serve that popped up 10 feet off the back wall right into Martin's wheelhouse, but nonetheless, Martin capitalizing on every opportunity right now.
Wow, unbelievable.
Incredible awareness to put that guy on the back wall.
Point.
And Martin earned that one, Dave.
Well, we haven't talked much about Martin's get ability, but he showed it there. His only play was to flip that ball into the back wall. It was only about 3 inches off the ground.
18 serves 3.
Well behind him.
Set up.
That That time Martin catching the ball a little bit late and on his back foot, and as a result, he comes up about a foot short on the left kill shot attempt. Very good serve there from Isaac, but Martin neutralized it.
And a rare skip in from Martin.
Well, Martin has a
Mulkerrins.
tendency there, Dave, to stand up on his kill shots, and he did it once again there, and the ball goes into the ground as a result. That time he keeps the back knee flexed throughout the entire swing, and you saw the result, a 1-inch high missile.
18 serve score.
Ashley Martin's changing the serve here. He's up 18-4. Why would a player change the serve after having so much success for the last 17 or 18 points?
I'm not quite sure because he's been very successful at his lob standing on the right side of the court, but he's still doing a lob from the left side.
Hold it.
What would happen there? Contact?
Dave, was that a wrist ball? What was that?
4 serves 18.
I believe that was just a hinder. It should have been an avoidable.
We don't call avoidables in the collegiate level, Dave.
In that case, then it was just a hinder.
But they do
Isaac.
call.
Sorry, Ashley, but I see
I was going to just comment that they do call hinders in junior tournaments, but not in the collegiate.
5 serves 18.
Pretty good defensive return right there, down scraping the wall with a punch to the ceiling.
Hold on.
These guys not doing enough to get out of one another's way.
5 serves 18.
Now that's an avoidable, Dave. I don't understand how a referee can serve the ball and then back in without looking. Dead center. It's not like you're trying to get out of the way, you're getting into the way. What do you think on that,
5
Dave?
serves 18.
Well, it looked from my angle like Martin did have some room, but you have a better angle from that.
It was a direct straight line.
Point.
And you'll never see that called, and I don't understand why not. I think it's textbook.
6 serves 18.
I believe, guys, if Isaac can get himself into double figures here in this first game and build a little bit of momentum, maybe wear Martin down just enough to where he can be competitive in these rallies, we could see a very close second game and potentially a tiebreak.
Dave, Isaac is really having to extend himself here.
Point.
Well, you see, Martin is not the same player when Isaac is able to extend these rallies and able to put pressure on him. Martin's one of the best I've ever seen when his feet are set and he's comfortable, but
It's a real fast pace in there, Dave. That's going to have to wear on both of these players eventually. I mean, yesterday Isaac went to that tiebreaker, and Martin almost did after having a grueling second game versus Jonathan Hingy from Mo State.
well, I saw Isaac trying to use some of his one-wall influence there, staying in front of the short line after a great serve. Unfortunately, didn't capitalize on the fly kill attempt, but that's going to be a winning strategy for Isaac if he's able to convert those fly kill opportunities. I'd like to see Isaac jamming the ball right at Martin's feet into his stomach. Martin's unstoppable when he's able to extend on the ball, but when he's handcuffed, he's not really able to do anything with it.
We're hopefully going to be able to get Dave Fink, who's in the crowd right now, to go about 10 feet to his left and up a couple rows to talk to Coach Mike Dow, who's just sitting right over here near our booth. We'd love to get a word in from the legendary Hall of Fame coach Mike Dow. There's a timeout here. Martin Mulkerrins from University City Dublin College in Ireland, and Isaac Acosta from Lake Forest College. up near Chicago. My name is Dave Vincent. We have Ashley Moeller here. Dave Fink, that's in the crowd, is actually making his way over to Coach Dow. Dave?
Thanks, guys. Coach, we're watching your #1 player, the top seed in this event, Isaac Acosta. He's trailing right now. What does he need to do here to change the momentum against this great Irish young player?
Well, clearly his nerves are affecting him at the moment. He's playing a great player. I understand this guy's the world champ. And Isaac has got to be a little bit more aggressive out of the year, play a little bit more one wall than four wall if he's going to have a chance against this guy. He started off with 2 quick points, and then this guy rattled off about 12 or 14 in a row. And Isaac's now kind of gotten back into a fairly good groove. And I always kind of feel that if you can win the last 4 or 5 points and not win the match, you set the tone for the momentum. And that's what I hope he's going to do here, win 4 or 5 points. I don't know what the score is right now, but it's rather deciding. If he can win the last 4 or 5 points, and I think it'd be okay for the second game.
Well, we saw this yesterday with Isaac dropping the first game and coming back and winning the second game, and then the tiebreaker 11-0. So certainly he's not out of this by any means.
What? He's not. He's got to turn around. He's got to make his shots. I mean, when you play a great player, you get the shots. You got to make them. At the moment, he's struggling.
This is
Coach,
game point.
thank you very much for that analysis. We'll let you get back to enjoying the rest of this match. Thanks, Coach.
I don't know if it's really enjoying, though, Dave. He's watching his top horse right now down by 13 and possibly ready to lose the first game here. Martin Mulkerrins is serving at 20-7. But you can see that real football mentality from Coach Dow when he talks about having momentum going into the second half. Those are the type of practices and ideals he teaches as a football coach at LFC. There it is. Martin Mulkerrins takes down game #1, and every Irish handball student in this facility is going berserkos right now as they watch their countrymen get one game closer to the finals of the Collegiate National Handball Championships. We're going to take a quick time out here if Dave Fink doesn't have another interview set up. Dave, I know it's zoo down there in the gallery. You're seeing a lot of players, not only LFC, but you're also seeing Michigan State and all of the other handball programs have come out to actually watch this semifinal match. It is certainly a marquee match here on Super Saturday. Ashley, Martin Mulkerrins looked a little rusty in the very beginning, but then all of a sudden came back, and I believe it all started with the power. What did you witness there between the two players?
Well, Isaac, like Coach Dow said, he needs to capitalize on back wall setups, which he wasn't doing. He wasn't putting him down, and if you don't put the ball down against a good player like Martin, he's going to make you pay for it, knowing that he got away with one. So I think if he comes back and just tightens up a little bit and makes the shots he needs to make, relaxes, I think he'll be in the second game.
Dave, as a pro player, when you have a player like Martin Mulkerrins who likes to ground and pound, he's a pass artist. He's a two-wall pass artist. He likes to shoot the ball as hard. He really has a game similar to what I think Luis Moreno has, where he's doing a lot of hard passes down the walls as well as kill shots in the corner. Shouldn't Isaac Acosta just go up to the roof and try to slow this game down just a little bit as opposed to playing into the strong suit of how this player that he's facing today is playing?
Well, I agree with Coach Dow that Isaac will need to use his one-wall strategy, try and stay in the front court and cutting balls off, building his game based on a good serve, and we didn't see Isaac getting his serve going. I don't think Isaac should try and play a roof game with this young Irishman who's got an amazing defensive game that leads into that incredible backwall game. So Isaac needs to execute that serve and first strike mentality and control the center of the court, push Martin side to side, and go for his shots. But as Coach Dow said, this is a world-class player, Martin Mulkerrins. So if Isaac is unable to take advantage of the few opportunities that he gets, this could be another very short game here in #2.
Well, game #1 went rather quickly here as the crowd is starting to even get more congested here courtside. I know it's hard for you to actually find a spot. Dave will be interviewing some of the LFC students that are here in the gallery, as well as coaches and players. So hopefully we can get somebody on the Irish side, even Martin Mulkerrins, who's just sitting right over there, or Patty Gaffney, who's now close to Dave Fink. Dave, let's see what Patty, who is the coach of these collegiate players from Ireland, has to say about that first game.
Patty, I know you had an opportunity to watch Martin Mulkerrins there in the first game, just absolutely dominating. Do you see any way for Isaac Acosta to get himself back into this match, or is Martin just too strong here at this point?
There's always an opportunity for every player to get into a game, but at the moment I just can't see Isaac doing it against Martin. Like you said, he's dominating, he's controlling the space, he's utilizing good ball, you know, and when Isaac's trying to pass him, he's just getting to everything, you know, his speed, and it's just real good at the moment, you know.
Martin already has a high-level world-class game. Who do you compare his game to that you've seen throughout the years? Tough question.
Who do I compare his game to? I don't really think it's a direct vision on anybody in particular. You know, he's a young guy. He studied the game. He takes a little bit from all different types of players. You know, he's watched some of the best Irish handballers in action in the last 5 years, 10 years. You know what I mean? So, and he's pulled his own bits out of the things he likes about other individual players. So, as a direct correlation to another player, I don't think he really has one. You know, he's got his own unique style. You know, and he's making it work.
He certainly is making it work. He seems to me like a combination between Tony Healy and Paul Brady, which is obviously rarefied air, but he's got the defensive game, and he's also got this amazing power and pass shots. I mean, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. The kid's just 18 years old. He's already, to me, one of the top players in the world. So we'll let you get back. I know you're enjoying this match. You're having another great run here with the Irish lads taking over the Collegiate Nationals as they have every tournament. So we'll look forward to maybe chatting with you a little bit later today or even tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Dave?
Thank you very much. Dave Fink talking to Patty Gaffney from Ireland. The University College of Dublin is what Martin Mulkerrins is representing, and Patty kind of represents every college in Ireland, as he's here as a coach and the organizer for the collegiate games. And then LFC's Isaac Acosta is the #1 seed. Actually, Isaac loses the very first game. He came out, he didn't get much advice from anybody. He just changed his shirt. I don't know what advice you give a guy like Isaac. Coach Dow's and Dave Finker are suggesting that he goes back to his one-wall roots, stays up front, serve and shoot, which means, in my opinion, that means trying to match the aggression and counterpunch that amazing aggression that Martin Mulkerrins has. But the other way of looking at it is to slow the game down and don't give him any offensive opportunities. What would you do in this position?
Well, if I had a good front wall game, I would definitely go up there and try to go for the kills, because I think the aggression puts you into the game and maybe would give him a little more intensity.
Right. Score is 0-7-0.
Game number 2 starting here. It's the 60th United States Handball Association's four-wall collegiate handball championships. This is the semifinals. Martin Mulkerrins from UCD in Ireland, and Isaac Acosta makes a hand air there from LFC. It's now 1-0.
That was not a good start to this second game for Isaac, who had a great look at a right-hand kill. The ball that checked up off the side wall from about 25 feet and puts it into the floor.
Set out.
Isaac will need to do more than just being a scrapper in there and just trying to run balls down. When you're playing against a world-class player like Martin Mulkerrins, you're going to have to execute all of your opportunities.
Side out.
And that's just a bunch of power right there from Martin, pushing Isaac back on that two-wall pass.
Guys, I'm here with the ladies semifinalist from Wake Forest, Maria Dugas. Maria, you're watching Isaac really struggling here. you have any advice for him? You try and talk to him between games, or you just kind of let him keep to his own thoughts?
I kind of let him keep to his own thoughts, and he seems pretty focused. I think he just needs to calm down a little bit. He's a bit nervous today. Hopefully he can calm down, pull it out the second game.
Now you've got a big semifinal match upcoming. How much do you have to concentrate on your own match as opposed to getting yourself emotionally invested here in your teammates' match?
I'm trying to keep pretty calm myself right now, trying not to expend too much energy worrying about how he's feeling. I mean, at the same time, he's my teammate, so I hope all the best for him. But I gotta stay focused on what I have to do after this match.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to watching your match immediately following this match. So we'll let you get back to your preparation. Thanks very much for talking to us, Dave.
That's Maria Dugas, who will be in the women's semifinals a little bit later on today on this live broadcast. Look at this long rally, Dave. When you started this conversation, this serve started. We're now getting close to number 36. 36 shots here, Dave Fink, and there's a miss hit from Isaac Acosta off that back wall. It's not really a miss hit. That was just a great placed back wall shot from Martin Mulkerrins.
3-0.
You see a lot of these shots, Isaac is just on the defensive, just trying to get that ball to the front wall because there's so much power coming from Martin. It's difficult to get a good offensive shot.
Really great action here in the front court, guys.
Unbelievable pass shot right there from Martin Mulkerrins. This guy's got a ton of power, Dave. Off balance, he's just poking that ball down the wall.
Well, it's absolutely amazing. This guy's got the complete game.
Ashley, you have to be impressed with what you're seeing here from Martin Mulkerrins. From a guy that we've never really witnessed before. He's got the complete game here.
It seems with these Irish guys, that always happens. Each year we say, we've never heard of that guy, and then he's the best we've seen.
Well, that's very true, Ashley.
We're kind of hoping that Dave Fink would move to Ireland for a couple of years. So we can forget about him. I went the other way.
I see that.
You thought I was going to talk about improving your game.
I wasn't sure where you were going, actually. And there's a left-handed kill right in front of Isaac Acosta.
4-0.
Score now 4-0. This place is booming. A lot of people in this Plaster Sports Complex, Dave Fink. I know we say this at every event, the most people we've ever seen, but I don't know how many more you can get in here. Nice dig right there from Martin.
Set up. Zero, 6-4.
You see Isaac trying to pump himself up after that last left corner kill.
Set up.
And Martin breaking over the top of that return of serve with a huge reverse with his
4-6-0.
left hand. The ball just jumps a foot away from Isaac, doesn't even take a swing on it. Guys, this is as complete a game I've seen from an 18-year-old in 20 years.
Time out.
Martin Mulkerrins. He uses the whole court. He's got every shot. The only shot I don't really see him using is the re-kill in the front court. But I'm sure that studying all the greats in Ireland, that'll be something that he picks up very soon. But Isaac Acosta really not able to dictate anything here in this match.
Well, Dave, you're talking about 20 years. Are you trying to say that Martin Mulkerrins is a Dave Chapman type handball player? Is that what you're referring to? Or Tony Healy? What were you referring to there?
Well, I would say both those guys, yes. But I just haven't seen a junior player, now a collegiate player, but he's still just 18. But I haven't seen one of these young guys with this complete of a game. We've seen guys with incredible offense or incredible power, but or maybe incredible defense, but never have I seen someone with a complete package.
Well, just
at this
3 years
age.
ago, Luis Moreno, just maybe a year older than Martin Mulkerrins, was in the same exact boat when he won his collegiate championships, and I see a lot of similarities. Maybe you just weren't there for that one.
Actually, I was there in 2006.
So you're saying that Martin is more talented than Moreno at the same age?
I didn't say talented. I said more well-rounded.
Huh. Well, I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think they're very similar. Luis Moreno at that age was #1 in the world. And I think he's pretty well-rounded.
Huh.
But nonetheless, you can see that Martin has got the chemical makeup to be a champion. I don't know if he needs those kill shots in the front. His power drives down the walls are just ice right now. Back in after that extended timeout here. Isaac Acosta from Lake Forest College serving. The only hope that Isaac has right now is to get Martin Mulkerrins tired, Dave, because we saw it yesterday. Once he got tired, he is very vulnerable.
Well, I think the strategy that Isaac just employed in that last rally is what he'll need to do. It's the thinking more than one shot at a time. He drove the ball at Isaac's body. Isaac popped the ball up, and then Isaac went for the kill and executed it.
I mean, Mulkerrins is just stepping in and pounding these balls.
That was the first ball that Isaac was able to step into in that rally. That was a 15-shot rally. He finally is able to move forward on a ball and drove the ball down the wall.
2 serves 4, second game. Isaac loses the first one, 21-6.
I just don't understand the serve right now that Isaac's hitting. As we've discussed, Dave and Ashley, the purpose of the serve is to either get an ace or a weak return. Every one of those soft 2-wall serves that Isaac's hit, Martin has gone right back to the ceiling into the back left corner. You have to question why you would continue to hit that serve.
That ball was smoked right there.
Bad luck and great sportsmanship for Martin right there as he hops the ball away from Isaac, but it hits Martin after Isaac swung and missed.
No, but the referee said, let's do it over.
Guys, hey, guys, that was the point. That was the point. Just so you know.
Okay, now the referee caught himself here.
Did he hit?
Isaac doesn't understand what's going on, but what did go on is that Martin hit that ball so hard that it came off the back wall and hit himself, and Isaac gets a point.
I think that Isaac actually touched the ball before it hit Martin.
Now, in a great show of sportsmanship, Dave, Isaac said, no, the ball hit me before it hit him.
Okay.
And so that's why we have a side out here. As I listen to the court mics, just a little confusing in there, and that's why it's odd to see why Isaac was in the server's box, though, to begin that, if he knew that he got hit. But correct call has been made. And Martin hit that ball so hard, it hit 2 people. Nobody knew who hit it first.
Set up.
I'd like to see Isaac go on a little run here. He needs to get a good serve going
2 serves 5.
so that he can take a good offensive second shot.
And you see that serve go right back into the back left corner. I don't believe that Isaac has any advantage playing a ceiling game rally with Martin. I believe that Martin's going to win the vast majority of those ceiling game rallies, as he just did.
Good thing DV wasn't giving advice on changing strategies.
Well, I have no ceiling game whatsoever. I'm just trying to think of anything that will get you more than 6 points.
Well, you're in that position quite a bit. So.
Martin upset with himself there. He hit the ball right back at himself. Isaac dives in, gets the do-over. Martin trying to force a second game win here so he can go to the finals of his collegiate championships. And then Division I Men's Open Division. That ball just smoked, Dave.
Amazing power. Knew that he didn't have to hit the most precise shot there because he just hit it so hard that there was no way for Isaac to react to it.
I mean, what does Isaac have to do with the balls that are just being peppered like that? He has to stay behind the dotted line on the majority, and that's kind of Mulkerrins' MO here. Just push back, push back.
Set up.
One of the few opportunities Isaac's had to step into a back wall setup thus far in the second game, and he took advantage of it.
Coming up next will be Maria Dugas versus McCarthy.
When you see that shot there where Isaac jams the ball into Martin's body, it's been the only effective play for Isaac thus far in the match.
Set up.
Isaac caught in between there. Wasn't sure whether to take that ball out of the air, back up and let it bounce, so he tried to short hop it, but
7 serves 2.
just didn't make the right adjustment on the ball.
You know, even though the scores are lopsided, Dave, it's very entertaining because of shots like that from Martin Mulkerrins.
Well, it's entertaining for people that like to watch batting practice and guys hitting 500-foot home runs.
Well,
that's
I
pretty
do.
much what this has become here.
And a timeout's being called from Isaac Acosta. I do like batting practice. I mean, I don't like watching lopsided scores, but when one player is dominating and hitting kill shots and these amazing pass shots, I mean, you could really learn a lot from watching this 18-year-old Martin Mulkerrins from University of College Dublin, coming all the way over from Ireland. It was a 24-hour trip, he told me, door to door, getting here, and he said he's just still tired and has not acclimated himself yet. I know, Dave, you came from Pittsburgh, which is straight up from here, and you also have not acclimated. Ashley's doing fine, by the way. You're watching the 60th United States Handball Association's four-wall collegiate national championships. We are courtside at the Plaster Sports Complex, Missouri State University, where they have hosted multiple times. Coach Tommy Burnett and his group have won the team award many years here. And they're on display throughout the complex.
Dave, I know that you're keeping score, all the school points. Do any of the schools from Ireland have a chance to win the team championship this year?
No.
9-2.
Right now it's a two-man show between Missouri and LFC.
Even though Ireland has 5 of the 8 men's and women's semifinalists, they still don't have a chance to win.
Don't believe they do, Dave.
Okay.
It's a team thing,
Okay,
not
time
just
in.
a couple of the powerhouse divisions. They'll have a lot of points. They might come in third. Now, if you could take all of Ireland, which I made an argument for a couple of years back, and we also thought that there would be a great way to do like the Irish and American Cup, where you award a country an additional award, and that was vetoed, but I do believe Ireland would have won the last 2 years if that was the case. This year probably no different. And a dip into the right corner from Isaac Acosta.
Just a terrible miss there from Isaac. That's the easiest shot in handball.
10 serves 2.
Even had Martin pinned behind him on his left.
I remember a couple years ago they did that Irish Cup, and Ireland won by 4 points, and there was something like 300 points scored. They won 300 to 297 against the American team.
11 serves 2.
I don't believe they're doing that this year. 11 to 2 score. That was not a very good serve, but not a good return either.
Well, Isaac should have gone on
Point.
offense on that short Z serve. He had a shot right in his wheelhouse at the restraining line, and instead hit a 3-wall shot that wrapped way around.
Now, Dave, you know the answer to this. Maybe Ashley does. Is Martin Mulkerrins also playing doubles? I don't think he has a doubles partner, does he?
He actually is playing doubles, and he credited that for the reason for that near collapse in yesterday's round of 8 match against Jonathan Hinge. Said he just walked off the doubles court and came into play. Jonathan just totally ran out of gas at 16-1 in that second game.
Oh, that was a fist. I'd like to see the replay of that shot right there. That was a backhanded fist that hit the, not the knuckles, but the upper part of the backhand from Martin Mulkerrins. Let's look at a replay if we can of this shot. Brought to you by Simple Green.
14 serves 2.
Martin overhits that ball. Isaac goes into the corner, and that's just a flip of the wrist backhand. Dave, you didn't see it on the big screen here, but unbelievable shot.
You almost have to feel sorry for Isaac because it seems that every single thing is going Martin's way, and he's in complete control of this game at a 14-2 lead.
Timeout.
And another timeout from Isaac Acosta. This is one of those games, Dave, that we've seen multiple times where a player will come out and say, I played really bad. But you and I both know it's not him playing bad. It was his opponent playing so good that they made the other player play bad. And that's how I view this one.
Well, I'm not sure that Isaac would say that he played bad. This is just another level, maybe 2 levels difference between these two players. And that's not a slight on Isaac Acosta, who's earned his #1 seed here based on last year's performance. But Martin Mulkerrins clearly in either the top tier or just below that in all of the world of handball. Isaac is still growing, still developing as a player, and it's just does not have the firepower to compete with Martin Mulkerrins at this time.
And it's scary to think that Martin's only a freshman, so he still has 3 more years after this of eligibility.
He could win 4 of these things. Hey, Dave, let me ask you a quick question. On the Pro Tour, I think you're ranked 6th right now. How would you feel if you had to play Martin Mulkerrins in an opening round, like, for example, in the race for 8?
Not good. I would certainly be excited to play a guy with this amount of talent at this age. But I wouldn't be too happy with my blind draw if I drew him, because this guy is a powerhouse.
All right, timing, guys. 15 serves 2.
Isaac just does not have the same leverage that Mulkerrins has.
2 serves 15.
And there's a ball jammed right at Martin's feet. Isaac started that rally with a great serve.
3 serves 15.
Now, when you're down 3 to 15, do you just try to go for the crack serve to get a few points on the board?
No, I think you do what Jonathan Hinge did yesterday, which is just attack. Play 1 point at a time. And just try and focus on the next shot in the next rally. We saw yesterday Jonathan going to the power serve, down 16-1, tied the score at 18 after serving the soft serve. Isaac also served the soft serve today and trailed 14-3. And he's had a lot more success with that power serve. So we'll see if he can get himself back into the box and find his groove in there.
Amazing shot right there from Mulkerrins.
16 serves 3.
Mulkerrins hit the inside-out right-hand kill there.
Shot. Second serve.
Wow, Dave. Amazing power right there from Mulkerrins. 17-3
17 serves 3.
is the score here.
I don't know if you can pick up the court sounds, Dave.
Yes.
With your headsets, but it's like a cannon is going off every time Martin hits the front wall.
Ashley and I cannot hear ourselves talk, but we can hear the ball completely fine. If not for that sound, I think I'd go insane not hearing ourselves through our own headsets.
Point.
Martin is just making Isaac just extend Isaac's father, Ishmael, back in Florida, watching his son play right now. He's excited. Even though his son is
18
losing, he's
serves
excited to watch this live broadcast. To see handball without having to come all the way out here. And that ball hopped into and clipped Isaac Acosta, I believe, on the serve. Did it not hit his shorts? I've seen that before from opponents.
19 serves 3.
Love to look at the replay, but we're at 19-3, and I'm fearful that we might miss the last couple shots as Mulkerrins is trying to dispatch Acosta right here rather quickly.
20 possible match points, serves 3.
The Irish are going to explode, Dave. And hopefully you can get over there and get an interview with Martin Mulkerrins, who is now going to exit this court. He's going to wait for you because he knows what the drill is.
It's amazing. Martin seemed to get better and better every point he played this game.
Kind of just reminds you of some Tony Healy play or even Paul Brady. Martin Mulkerrins looked immediately over at Dave Fink, saw that he was making his way to the court. This guy knows top handball already. Dave, let's go to you courtside.
Martin, amazing performance. I mean, you showed a full arsenal of weapons. There was really nothing that could stop you today.
Oh yeah, look, it's all on the day. Like when you get to this stage, like every player is going to be good, and just was lucky now. Everything went right for me today. I was well focused. I kept the focus all the way and just didn't let him back into it. So I just tried to play my game, and just worked out today.
You said yesterday you were a little bit tired in that round of 8 match against Jonathan Hinchey coming off the doubles court. Looked like you were very fresh today. You were hitting the ball harder at the end of the match than you were at the beginning of the match.
Oh well, yesterday, look, Jonathan had a doubles game as well. Like I just maybe had a little bit longer, or probably a bit fitter than me. But just to thank Steamer here, our physio, and a bit of a nice bath last night, and I just was all right again this morning. But thankfully it was before the doubles as well. So conservative energy.
We were talking to one of the Irish national coaches, Paddy Gaffney, trying to figure out who your game reminds us of. Who do you mold yourself after as a player? Who do you look up to, and who do you try and emulate?
Well, Paul Brady, of course, would be great to be as good as him. I don't know. I watch all the race rates here, like Sean and Luis and all of them. Just try maybe take 1 or 2 shots that they have, or try do that shot or serve like them. Not serving as good as them yet, but hopefully a bit more practice and a few games maybe with them, and improve my game a bit more.
Well, it's certainly a pleasure for us to watch you. You've got an unbelievable talent, amazing talent. So I want to wish you good luck for the rest of the day in your doubles, and then we'll look forward to watching you tomorrow morning in the singles. Good luck. Okay, Dave?
Thank you very much, Dave Fink, with Martin Mulkerrins, the winner of the semifinals already this morning, as we now have that first one etched into place, and the winner of the Danny Cordova and Nell O'Connor match will be coming up at noon Central Time today. One up next, though, is going to be McCarthy versus Dugas. Dugas is the number 2 seed in the women's semifinals, and we'll have that match on this show court in about 10 minutes or so. Now, unfortunately, we don't see the ladies warming up right now, Ashley, so maybe it'll take more than 10 minutes, but hopefully we'll get that match on here right around the corner. Very impressive play from Mulkerrins, who just went in there and dominated like Luis Moreno, but I'm seeing a lot of Tony Healy in there as well.
I'm wondering if we can get some Mulkerrins t-shirts made, because I'm a big fan.
Okay, so you might be part of his fan club. That might be the new business venture that you'll be breaking into. Right now, let's go courtside with the semifinalist loser here, Isaac Acosta, alongside Dave Fink.
Thanks, Dave. I'm here with Isaac. Isaac, obviously today not the result that you wanted, but still a great tournament for you. Semifinalist, second year in a row that you're an All-American. You came in as a top seed. Tell us a little bit about what it was like playing a guy like Martin Mulkerrins.
It's fast. It's definitely not what I expected. Played really well. Hit one of it, he hit most all of his shots, I would say, and executed them really well. And he's a great player.
Looking back on it now, you've had a little bit of time to reflect. What do you think you could have done differently? Was it a matter of not really having the preparation time, or not being able to execute your shots what was it that really prevented you from getting yourself into this match?
My serves, I was trying to figure out a good serve to do. My power serve, I was wearing out with that one, and I was just thinking of a good serve to get him get a defensive shot. And he executed them all really well, all the shots, defense and offense. And looking at back now, I guess I could have hit it off the wall more, but his reaction time is great.
Well, your dad had an opportunity to watch you play today, as well as thousands of your fans across the country. So we want to congratulate you once again. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us a little bit after your match. I know that you're going to rest up and you've got a doubles match later this afternoon, and then hopefully still be playing tomorrow. So once again, a great tournament, great collegiate career, and we'll look forward to potentially watching you tomorrow in the finals of the doubles. Dave and Ashley?
Thank you very much. We will take a break here courtside as we get ready for the women's semifinals in the bottom bracket coming up next here courtside at Plaster Sports Complex of Missouri State University. This is the 60th United States Handball Association's four-wall collegiate championships and a beautiful celebration of student athlete weekend for Ashley Moeller and Dave Fink. My name is Dave Vincent. Linda Manning, the director of this broadcast, doing some incredible work. We'll have a big thank you flying out there on a major banner that we're creating for Omar Lemus, who's doing all the camera work this weekend. Incredible stuff from him as we take about a 5-minute break. Be back in just a bit for the semifinals here at racefor8.com. Stick with us.
What's up, everybody? I'm here at Plaster Sports Complex on the campus of Missouri State University here in Springfield, Missouri. We're in a couple weeks, February 22nd through the 26th. We'll have over 300 student athletes from all over the world getting ready to throw down some fierce competition in the 60th annual USHA National Collegiate Championships.
50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights.
There'll be 2 facilities. Here at Plaster Sports Complex, we have 12 courts, and also at Hammond Student Center, we have 5 courts over there.
People still think that they know him. He knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise.
Teams have been gearing up for this 5-day competition all year long. Up for grabs are multiple individual titles, as well as the 3 different team titles: the women's team, men's team, and combined team titles. This is one of the biggest handball events in the world. Every year.
The fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help, to get some respect.
We'd love for you guys to come out, have a good time, and welcome to Bear Country. Mo what? Mo State.
This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.